up in the hood, born and raised in the projects. Never knew accounting was gonna be my favorite subject. My dream and admiration was to be a ball player. Raised around real hustlers, told me how to ball play. As a kid, I was a cold, the pitcher and shortstop. Shy kid, but their girls still love me on the block. Wasn't a troublemaker. I was raised right and grew up in the church. I was the first one in the house that did his homework. I was a colder athlete, stayed away from the street. Dedicated Boy Scout, I'ma make it out. Yes, you gonna make it out.
What's up? What's up? What's up? This week we're gonna talk about the podcast, the #1 podcast in millions of people's homes.
Speaking into existence.
Yeah, in my head. And I want to say this is episode number
69.
69. And this is your co-host.
Listen, I'm going to go by Loke today. You see me with my head in my ponytails, but it ain't love of Crips, it's love of Christ. Go ahead on with your bad self. Come on now. Go ahead on. Go ahead on. I took y'all thing.
And my name is Destiny.
That's cool.
Reach your destiny.
Hey, they go together.
Anywho, what is this episode about?
The D word.
The D word.
Yeah.
Daggerline. What's the D word?
Divorce.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
You know, I was not talking about no foolishness.
Anywho, this is episode number 69. 69?
Yeah, 69.
Yeah. It's still 68, an old one. And we talking about the D word.
Yeah.
The dollars. And today is Sunday. 49ers finally won the game. Probably too little too late, but we still have a chance. Outside chance to make the playoffs. My Lakers still is trash right now.
This is not news.
We've been on losing streak. Both of my teams been on losing streak. But my college football team,
Colorado Buffaloes.
is no.
Oh, who?
Who you know my college football team?
I know that's your name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm being funny.
We going to a bowl, so at least I could celebrate something because it's been a bad sports year. And 2025 it looks like it's gonna be a bad human year.
The devil is a liar. Come on. Let's get with the topic, sir. We're not about to talk about none of that. No politics today.
I can't help. Y'all president is out here selling perfume and cologne.
He's not even the president yet.
Y'all president elect is out here selling perfume and cologne, man. I thought that's against the law for him to be doing all this stuff, man. But I guess he's above the law. He just proved to us he's above the law. So I think 2028, I'm running for president. So please give me your vote, 2028. Don't have no experience running the country, but
All right now.
give me a chance.
Sure.
I'll figure it out.
All right now.
Anywho, we're going to talk about the D word decisions.
Pretty much.
Okay. Talk the D word.
So.
Data line. Go ahead. You kind of laugh there. You
Right.
heard?
No.
Oh.
So, divorce. I think divorce I'm not in a lot of marriages, but I do think divorce is a decision that can be avoided. And I know divorce comes about due to lack of commitment. The number one reason for divorce is infidelity. And then the other one is, I want to say communication too. That wasn't one of them that I
Most
saw.
of the time, if it's
What's going on, babe?
infidelity,
I'm talking, babe. I'm going first. But I'm talking.
But I just wanted to elaborate on your thing.
No piggybacking here in this segment.
Okay, go ahead.
He startled me.
No, I'm just saying.
He was like, I mean, he took that.
Communication goes along with
this
infidelity.
is true, but it wasn't there. So okay, all right. Give me a second, please. Don't divorce me. Infidelity, lack of communication, and finances are probably the top reasons why people get divorced, right? So, and I also think another reason would be is that we get married in lust because people don't really know what love is. And then people are so quick to say, like when conflict comes about, to say they out. Let's get a divorce. Like nobody wants to work on anything. And so, or put in the work, right? And so they just ready to be out. And then they also think the infidelity part is I feel like people think the grass is greener on the other side. And it's really not. Because if you took care of your own lawn, then I think it could be avoided. Yeah, so real quick. So I'm just going to share my story real quick. I was married for so long. And I tried to say the marriage didn't count. I'm like, that marriage didn't count. People like, that marriage counted, right? So nevertheless. And so, not to even get into detail about it, because if you know, you know. But I heard recently, this year, somebody came up to me and was like, yeah, I heard y'all just probably grew apart. And the thing about it is, I honestly, when I thought about it, I don't think we ever grew together, period. Like, we was just too opposite. And I think too, for me personally, I wanted that family for my children. And I just wasn't, not saying I wasn't good enough, I just wasn't what he probably wanted to begin with. But since we had the kids, we tried to make it work. And so you should never stay with somebody for the kids. But I just think that we was just too opposite. And we did grow. We just didn't grow together. And that's fair. And so, but the thing statistically, looking it up today, is that they said the first marriage ends in divorce is like 40 to 50%. But then the second marriage ends in divorce is a much higher percentage, which is 60 to 67%.
Let me hold on.
Which is correct.
Why do you think that is?
I asked you that question.
When? Oh.
I have no idea. It was mind-boggling because I think
what I was saying is because I would think marriage would last the second time because you worked on, unless you didn't work on yourself. I think marriage will last longer the second time because you know what you accept, you know what you did wrong the first time, and that's what I would think. But some people just get married just to get married, I guess. I don't know. So
my husband liked this show called Martin. And one of the episodes was that Pam had got with this guy. And you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, okay. The little rich dude.
Yeah. And he was like, he been married several times. Like he loves, like from what I gathered, he loved, you know, like when
he said he only married for a couple years.
Yeah, 2 years. But I think he just loves, like, went to be in love, like the newness of it all. And then once it wears out for him, he is out of there.
But he said he take care. You say, well he took care of.
Yeah, he took care of his family, but that's not. That wasn't the point. Like, why we can't stay in this thing for the long haul? And then it also says, what was I about to say? Oh, and also statistically, the first marriage, and I've heard this before, in real life, that if you can get past 5 years, you'll stay married. But that's not even. I mean, if you can stay in a marriage 5 years. If you at peace, you committed, is love there, is respect there, good. But sometimes my marriage, and I'm just gonna be transparent, was I got married in 2003. We got divorced in 2010 of 11. And so that was over 5 years, but neither one of us was happy in the marriage. We got along, we were cordial, but nobody was happy in the marriage. So to say 5 years, y'all good, people in marriages now that are not happy, but again, they not communicating. And even in the communication part of it all, maybe you might need to go, if you're not praying, if you are not seeking God as your foundation, and then another option is counseling, and go together, be transparent, be vulnerable, and talk about what the issues truly are. Because the thing about the truth of the matter is, for me, he asked you, or you asked her, to be your life partner, to be husband and wife, and she agreed, or you agreed, and then life happens, or then you get to know people when you live with people. So you don't really get to know them until you like in this for real, right? And so some things they may do, you don't care about, or there's baggage there that they haven't dealt with, and you're like, what the heck is that? And so you got to be willing to stick that thing out. You got to make a daily effort. Like when you get up and you choose Jesus, you're going to serve Jesus every day. You got to get up and say, I'm going to love her today. Because love is an action word. It's not just like, I tell him 20 times a day that I love him, but I would also hope in my actions, I might exaggerate it there, but I do tell him a lot, that I love him. But I hope it shows up in my actions too. Only thing I can do is hope. I'm trying. I think I'm doing better than I am the second go round. But nevertheless, and I've never said in this almost 6 years of marriage the D word to him. Like, that's not even an option for me.
I did.
You did.
Huh?
Yeah, you did.
I did.
Yeah, but I'm not.
I was saying dirt.
Okay, nevertheless. Anyway, nevertheless, if you don't recall it, then it is what it is. We still here. That's all that matters.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we still here. That's all that matters. We gonna work it out. He better go lay down or go sleep in that car, but he ain't going nowhere. It's till death do us part. And when he gets to heaven, if you want to walk by and act like he don't know me, cool. But
if I'm in heaven first, I'm gonna hunt you.
No, you're not.
I'm gonna hear dirt. You're like, what was that?
I already know who it is.
Oh, it could be Keepy D.
He did.
Oh. He probably gonna die because he in jail.
I'm about to say what? Okay. What was I gonna say? So let me before he starts speaking. I think that I admire people. They not goals. Man is not goals for me. My standard is the word of God. Man is not goals. I applaud people who get along with their spouses and life is just perfect for them and they travel the world and they date.
Not just perfect.
That's what they show on social media. So like everything is great and all of that. And they married. But then my salute goes to those who is out there boxing that thing out. Like, we gonna make this work and we gonna put in the work and I choose you. Like, this is just like, regardless of the finances, regardless of the temptations, regardless, babe, come on, regardless of because life happens in every aspect of it. It happens. You experience death, you experience loss of material things, you experience jobs, promotions, like, and then people just growing. Like, as you get older, you know yourself. You grow, you know what you want, you know what you desire, you know what you're not going to tolerate. You just, like, you're not young anymore, so you put away childish things and you starting to grow. So if you're dealing with somebody who's not even putting in the effort or who, like, want to do whatever, but you still choose to put that work in, that's what's up. And then sometimes, you know, I'm not saying mental, emotional, or physical abuse to stay in that, But sometimes you may have to separate, not necessarily divorce, separate, and then work on yourself. Both parties work on themselves, and then again, prayer, counseling, whatever that may look like for that couple, and then maybe try to get back together. Because sometimes divorce doesn't always have to be the option, and so you don't have to find yourself in a place of regret. But then sometimes maybe divorce is the option, but it shouldn't be. It's not like a girlfriend and boyfriend thing. You can just break up and just go on about your business. Like that back and forth is just horrible. But marriage is just, it's not for the weak. Let me say that. It's not for the weak, but I don't think it's bad either. I really, really don't. I really don't think it's a bad thing. It takes a lot of self-control. And I only say that for men because, you know, I don't think women like to really be out here sleeping around with a lot of people. But I think for a man to pick one woman, to be able to settle down and be with one woman and stay focused on that.
What's Cam's favorite word?
Truth.
No.
No, I'm not saying every woman. I'm just saying a lot of women. When they get to a certain point, they ready to settle down and start talking about cap.
Yeah, cap. Yeah.
Meaning lies. But not every woman, and maybe not necessarily every man. Every man don't want to be with everybody, but some men, you know, they have a history, and so for them to be able to be like, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and settle down, and as soon as you say you married or you restraining yourself, women appeal. They like, there's something about him. I don't know what it is, but I'm attracted to him. And he got to have self-control because they'll throw it at you and all that. So, I don't know. I just think divorce is like a death. It is the saddest thing. I remember the day I got divorced. I was happy about it, but when the man said you got 30 days before you can get married, I'm like, okay, cool. And I was only happy about it because I knew he wanted out for a very, very long time. So I was like, cool, we good. And then I ran to go tell my grandmother about it because that's what we did. We talked about everything. And so, but it still felt like something had died. Like it was because it was history there. And so it was no longer. And so I just think sometimes it says the enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy. It's a seed that gets planted in some marriages and it just take root and things just go completely left. And because whoever was used, the wife or the husband, I have no idea. Or maybe both. I don't know. But me personally, at 47 years old, I've never told anybody to leave somebody because I would never want them to be able to tell me to leave somebody. But I really stress to like try to make it work. Like I'm big on marriage. I really stress to try. If you went ahead and said it, you went ahead and took vows. Them vows meant something. They weren't just nice poetry words. They have a profound meaning behind them. And it puts in work. Everything is not easy. It's not easy. People grow up differently. They experience things differently. And then you get mad or whatever. And you want out and all that. It's just too much. It really, really is. I just stress if you listen to this and if you're having a hard time, maybe remove yourself from the situation, take a healing process, grow a little bit. I ain't necessarily saying divorce. And then maybe if you can come back together, come back together. But it's not for the kids, it's not for money, it's not for none of that. It's because you genuinely love this person. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on divorce. I think people get divorced, they get married. Some people get married for some people get married for the wrong reasons. And they really think they found the love of their life. And then something happens and they want to call out, they want to stop. Infidelity comes into play, alcohol, addictions, or whatever it may be. And the partner don't want to deal with all of that. And then, yeah. And then maybe they just grow really apart or they never grow together at all. And so then we find our place in this cycle of divorce. And, yeah. So if you have been divorced, I wouldn't say give up on love, though. I don't know how, it's probably easier said than done, but I wouldn't say give up on love. And, yeah, that's all I got to say about divorce. Now Loudness can come on here and talk about what he gonna say. Because he probably gonna say some stuff I meant to say.
I ain't finna say nothing. I'm like, you was like so emotional. I'm like, I'm trying to. Yeah.
What?
I don't know. I'm like, she's over here emotional about.
I ain't emotional about it.
Like, dang. You know, but divorce. I think.
But maybe I am, because I'm just against it. I wouldn't want to do it another time.
I mean, I'm against it because I was the one and done type of person.
Against divorce?
Yeah, I'm against divorce.
Okay, you're a one and done type of person.
Yeah,
Okay.
I wanted to get married one time and be done.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, go.
But it wasn't.
And I apologize.
One
So.
and done. What you apologize for?
Because I told you that's what we was gonna do. So you didn't want you didn't want to get married. I made you.
So what it mean? I mean, I'm grown, so
Now, because you older now.
I could have been like, all right, well, it is what it is.
Okay.
But I mean, because no, I didn't want to get married yet.
No, you didn't.
And that's just life. That's me. You know what I'm saying? But it don't mean that probably in the future, you know what I'm saying? If I wouldn't, future probably, you know what I'm saying? I turned 84, I probably would did it.
Yeah.
But nah. But yeah, I just think with divorce, I don't know, people, like she said, some people get married for the wrong reasons. You know what I'm saying? Money.
The family.
Yeah.
Status.
Status. That's it. I mean, you would say money.
Oh well.
Money, status.
Yeah.
Stuff. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And when you go into a marriage and you married for wrong reasons than love, it probably ain't gonna work. Mm-hmm. So you probably gonna get divorced with something of what you with. If you want that person for money and they lost their money, you probably gonna divorce them. You know what I'm saying? If you want someone because they beating it up and then they beat them, you probably gonna divorce them because they can't do it. You know what I'm saying? That's because that's what you married them for. And basically you saying that, but I'm just saying something
what
like.
What am I saying?
But you're like, oh my God, because you think I'm just talking about
relations.
But I'm just talking period.
Oh, okay.
That when you marry someone for a certain reason, looks and all that stuff, like when they say dudes marry for looks, then when a lady get older, they stop messing with them and start messing with somebody younger. Mm-hmm. That's because you married them for their looks and their bodies. Mm-hmm. You got to genuinely love someone to really move on. You know what I'm saying? You can say you love somebody, but do you love them through all the thick and thin? You can love a person through all the happiness and smiles and everything, but are you going to love that person when, you know what I'm saying, you're not smiling, you're not, you got a rough patch. You still going to love that person the same way. But if you're not in it for the love, you're not going to love that person the same way. Because you was in it for whatever.
Love.
Yeah, for whatever that person had that you wanted. You was in it for that. And that's why a lot of marriages end in divorce. I want to say, when it comes, like I was telling earlier, that non-communication leads to infidelity too. Because if a person telling you, oh, I'm not, you're not doing this, you ain't doing it with me, or, you know what I'm saying, this and this and all that, and you just ignore them and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying, sooner or later, flesh is weak, so sooner or later, something might happen.
But what about the marriages where...
Why you got to...
no, but I got a question. It's for you, though. Because what about the marriages...
You talk for 20 minutes.
No, but what about the marriages...
Interrupt.
Because I didn't want to lose my train of thought, and I probably still did. But what about the marriages where they communicating, and he still or she still step out?
It's
still just for the streets.
Still something you ain't doing, I guess. Maybe it ain't good. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't... It ain't good. They just, I thought I could fix it.
Could it be that the other person at the job or the grocery store, whoever they might have bumped into, just became a little bit more appealing? They had a look. They brought something out of them that maybe the spouse didn't know was an issue.
Yeah, because because like dudes always say, a dude can mess with another girl but don't have like feelings for him, whatever. And it's like when a woman, most of the time when a woman mess with another person, it's because they got a feeling for the person. So like a dude could probably hit 30 girls and would still not love them or whatever. We still love his wife. But once that woman hit that person,
He does not love his wife.
I mean, sometimes like men just hunters. But I'm saying, but if you, I say, you talk for 20 minutes.
I'm just
You
saying.
want me to
I just did a little
interrupt.
sidebar. I just disagree. If I slept with somebody else on you, I can't go back. The first things out my mouth when you find out would not be, "But I love you." How could I love you, but I wouldn't share my body with somebody else? But maybe we just different. Go ahead. I'm sorry. A man can go and sleep with 30 women.
Yeah, man. Can
But a
sleep with
woman
30
got emotionally attached to
a
somebody.
woman, she emotionally attached, or because it be women like most women be cheating with the like the her husband friend or something. Husband, she would cheat with somebody that's close to her husband, and it's like because they doing all that playing around and stuff when everybody around, and she get attached to just him because he around, and that's why it's when you married. I mean, it's hard to separate your friends from your spouses and stuff, but a lot of that stuff, especially if you got single spouses, single friends. Dudes like with dudes get jealous because they say you with your gal, you stop hanging out, so they like, man, blase, I'm gonna mess that up. You mess it up, sleep with your gal. I seen some shows. I was watching. I forgot this show. I was watching. It was on YouTube. The dude wanted to do a loyalty test. So he planned. He had a friend. The girl had liked his friend, but ended up being with him. The friend kept telling him that she was only out there for your money. And the dude was like, nah, she genuinely loved me. I love her, blah, blah, blah. I do everything for her. So they did a loyalty test. And he supposedly left, had the girl. She was already mad because he said, hey, come here and watch the house. I'm finna have a party. I think it was his birthday coming up. Mm-hmm. She was mad because she was like, I ain't eat. You gonna give me something to eat? She was like, yeah, I'm gonna get you something to eat. So she went to the house, and his best friend, that was his best friend, he was like, man, I want you to go in there and kind of seduce her, or not seduce her, but beat her. The girl, when he first got there, she something that he ended up, for some reason, he ended up showing her his stomach or something. She was like, you got a tattoo? And she kissed the tattoo, like, and right then and there. But the dude would not believe it. The dude who set up the loyalty test, he would not believe everything going on. He was blaming his friend for doing all this. So the end of it, they basically, she started, like, she went in there, got a cover, and they started taking her clothes off under the cover with her. So dude got mad and ended the loyalty test. He blamed the dude who did the show. He said, you set me up, this and this. Then he went down there, he blamed his friend. The girl even told him that she didn't want him. And basically, because his friend was like, man, she don't want you. She just wants your money. And that's basically what she told him. Instead of the dude, like, telling her to kick rocks, he got mad at everybody else and said, I love her, I'm finna go get her back. So a lot of women does that. A lot of women will be with you and secretly be wanting your friend or your brother, your cousin or whoever, and find a way to do all that, and then try to hold them because now that person that you sleeping with, like your husband or wife, that friend or something, is not telling on you all the time because they smashing that person. So that's why I say some women, it's a lot of devious women out here. Yeah, but most of the time when a woman is sleeping with people, it's because they're emotionally attached to them. So that means they're gonna be with that person. And then mess around, the dude ain't emotionally attached to her. She just emotionally attached to him. So, cause the dude is just want to smash. So once you're not in a relationship no more, he ain't gonna be in a relationship with you. 9 times out of 10. Cause why would he do that? And you cheated on him.
Cheated with him?
Yeah, you cheated with him.
Yeah.
So why would he want you? And with his friend or whoever it was.
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel like divorce. I think is it Trump trying to make it that you can't get divorced no more or something?
Oh, you real stuff.
I think it's something like that. I can't recall what it was. I have to figure it out. But it's just crazy because you should work it out. And
you think you can work through anything?
I feel you can.
I do so.
You can work through.
As long
anything.
as you ain't beating my tail. But yeah, anything else, we can make it happen.
You can work through that too.
He better stop beating my tail then.
Beat him back.
No.
Send him to jail.
I would never say be in a miserable marriage for years. It doesn't make sense.
Nah, it don't. But
It doesn't make sense.
But I still think you can work to everything.
I think
somehow
you can pretty much work through anything. It might be tough.
Yeah, somehow.
But you can make it work.
And then
the trust
especially
got to be built back up, all of that.
Especially the minor things.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? That people divorce and stuff for that you ain't even attempt to work out. And it like you said, communication.
And I think a lot of forgiveness has to be there too. You gotta forgive.
Yeah, a lot of people just be like, oh, I can't wait till these kids grow up so I can be out of here. You know what I'm saying? And your mindset like that, you ain't trying to work on nothing. You just trying to.
You just going through the motions of it all.
You just trying to maintain your little time until the kids out of here. Then
not
you
jail time. He said maintain your time.
Because it's just you ain't even in a marriage no more. You clocked out.
That's right. You clocked.
So after so many years, you can't repair it. After so many years of not communicating with it or not, having some type of talk. It's over. So, especially if you sleeping in other rooms.
Yeah.
You're not having relations.
No. There's no connection. You don't talk either, except about the basic thing. You pay the bill, yeah.
You basically roommates.
Yeah.
So when it's easy. Cause after so many years, shoot, you strangers anyway. So. It's like, you might, some people probably are divorced and still stay in the same home just to keep
co-parent with the family.
Co-parent and all that stuff. And, you know what I'm saying, like, help each other, you know what I'm saying, on bills and stuff. So, it's just a lot, but I just think everything could be worked on if you just nip it in the bud. I think a lot of us, like, when you are in an abusive relationship, if you seek help like the first time,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, like we going to counseling about this or something, we can seek help. If you do that, I think it's salvageable.
even with infidelity, I think you just nip it in the bud and go to counsel to see what the problem is.
It's salvageable.
Yeah,
because now it's like, okay, let's see these trigger points and this and all this. You get into the root of the cause of everything. So instead of letting it, turn the other cheek every time, and you get down the line that you so used to it after years and years, and it's like really nowhere to go. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, dang. Then when you say you want to work on it, they so used to it. So you're not working on nothing. You just saying, oh, okay, I ain't gonna do it again. Then they do it again, and they're like, oh, I ain't gonna do it again.
Because there was no consequences.
Yeah. But if you, like I said, if first time you go to, counselor,
Yeah.
talk about it, get it out there. So now that person like, oh man, I gotta get myself together. And put the trigger points. Like, but at the same time, everybody gotta be transparent.
That's true. Somebody gotta make a decision. What we doing?
You gotta be transparent because a lot of things, what this person said, you're not talking about you're talking about my reaction, but you're not talking about your
what you did.
Yeah. So that's why
your
I said,
action. You took off my reaction, but not your action.
Yeah.
You caused it.
So it's a lot of things like that. You have to be transparent in the things because a lot of stuff can be avoided. And communication is one. You know what I'm saying? And I just think every day you supposed to be working on your relationship. Because it's just like when a woman get a man and then she let herself go. It's your fault that man looking at somebody else because you're not even. Every day you should be trying to build yourself bigger and better every day. You should figure out what you
not
can do
for him
better.
though, for you.
Yeah, for you and him because both of y'all are one. What you mean?
No, but
if you plan to stay together forever, you building yourself up. But at the same time, you should be. What you shaking your head for? So you don't think you should be doing stuff to better y'all relationship at the same time?
To better our relationship, but I thought you were saying to lose weight or to dress a certain way. That's because that's something you want to do for yourself. What you just say?
I say you should be building yourself up and building yourself up for him too.
What does building yourself up mean?
Every day you should be figuring something out. That I need to do this a little better, or I need to do this a little better. You know what I'm saying? To make everything, because you, like I said, if you sitting there and letting yourself go.
Yeah, that's what I thought I heard you say. To let yourself go part, meaning your appearance. So, I mean, if you could be big and still dress nice and keep your hair done.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But I thought she was meaning like, okay, that was a trigger for me. I thought she was saying, you need to get in the gym. That's what I heard. I'm sorry, but go ahead. Yeah, you right.
I met you like you are.
No, babe, no. I was like 1 something. I was playing.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
That's when you did. When I did this, boom, boom, boom. I was like, shots fired. But go ahead.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. You should be making sure you look presentable because regardless.
Not only presentable, I feel like you should always be like what you just said, to build too, not do nothing.
You should be trying to think of ways.
Something.
I'm gonna start.
And
this.
also to be a helpmate.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
to
this.
be a help and not do nothing.
Yeah, because there's women out here who just my husband is, and don't do nothing, and the husband get mad because it's like I gotta do all this work. I come home, you ain't even cook.
No, yeah.
I gotta do all this work. You know what I'm saying? I can't even get a massage. I can't do this, or anything. It's just.
He's shooting today, baby. Go ahead on.
What?
You was shooting shots fired. That's why I do that. Shots fired.
Okay. Or anything like that's what I'm saying. But a woman should, and a man too. You know what I'm saying? Don't get the woman and then just let yourself go. You know, like I say, health is wealth. You need to go get your checkups and all that stuff because we don't want you dating, then all of a sudden you getting skinny and dying. Nobody know what's going on. You just pass out.
Not even health is wealth, but she still got to feel like a priority, and she does have to make you feel like a priority too.
Yeah, but health is.
I'm just saying that's not the only thing.
But I said all the other stuff too.
That's for females too, though.
What?
Everything that you're saying applies to everybody.
Yeah, to everybody. Because everything is vice versa. You know, everybody. Like I say, if the dude, you know, like I say, he's sitting up and he coughing and stuff and refuse to go to the doctor, man, that ain't cool. Take care of yourself, man. Cause you cough yourself up and die, you know, she by herself. Y'all supposed to be together as long as possible. You dying at 30 because you refuse to just go.
And just to piggyback off that, take care of your spouse too. I don't understand, like, if your spouse not well, you gotta be there for your spouse too.
That's why you can't marry no young girl. Because she don't know the signs of a stroke.
Oh,
I got that from
a comedian.
Yeah.
But the truth of the matter is, you gotta be there. In your vows, it said for sickness and in health, you have to be there for your spouse if they not well. You don't leave them out there to do it themselves. They need some. You should be like their best friend, their companion. They should not be going through anything by themselves. And a lot of people, when the spouse gets sick, you got the audacity to divorce them.
Mm-hmm.
Cause you didn't sign up for it.
I ain't signed up for this. Like what?
But you love them so much. When they get promotion at their job and y'all was traveling the world and you got the best gifts and all that.
And then the crazy part about it, you doing all that, but it's a man with no legs, just a torso, got a wife. What?
Doesn't that person deserve to be loved too?
I'm just saying, she loving him through.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah.
Through all that.
Yeah, right.
Don't even get,
yeah, but I hope he's talking about the same dude. I don't know.
There's a lot of them.
Oh, well, that's true. I just know the one I see
I'm just
on
saying.
social media. Yeah,
and you know,
they got kids and everything.
Yeah, she loving him, and he's half a person.
Yeah.
But you can't love this man that you love for 30 years, and he gets sick.
He don't have his limbs. He's still a person. He just don't have his limbs. But yeah.
I'm saying he's still half a person.
But he's not a half a person. He's still a person.
I said a person.
Oh, okay. He said half.
A person.
He just doesn't. The dude don't got his arms or his legs.
Yeah.
Okay. And he just hoot around on his or a wheelchair or something. Mm-hmm.
But the woman he with is taking care of him and everything.
That's true. I'm sure he's taking care of her too.
Yeah. But it's women out here whose husband gets sick that was taking care of them all his life.
Mm.
And you leave him soon he gets sick.
Mm-hmm.
That's
don't want to be bothered. That is now.
Yeah.
That is diabolical.
Yeah. So I need to I think I ain't no Bible person, so
What about to say though?
but I just feel like I think it say the Bible don't like divorce.
No, God does not like divorce.
So
this is true.
I just think
I think one of the only ways out is through infidelity. So, I don't know. But God don't like divorce. I don't like divorce. Make it work. If you in it, make it work.
Yeah.
If you can. I think some, like I just stated, it ain't like, she said he beat my head in, I need to stay in this marriage.
If you let it go on.
Yeah, if you've been in this for years, I ain't saying never be miserable. Yeah. Never. But our God is a forgiving God. Trust and believe that. So I ain't saying stay in a miserable marriage with
stop letting people convince you on things too.
What you mean?
Because you let outsiders try to tell you what to do in your marriage.
Why he single?
Some of them be single, some of them might be married, and then a lot of them, their relationships is not even up to par. Cause misery loves company. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and that's how a lot of people get divorced too, because they let
somebody else in their ear. Mm-hmm.
Yep, or be too busy in somebody else's relationship, and you bring that drama from that person to your relationship, and it's like it's just so many factors. That's why they say when they be like social media be breaking up relationship. No, because you break up your relationship. Social media don't break up relationships. You break it up because social media is what it is. Social media. But when you start putting everything out on social media and you put the spotlight on yourself, like a whole lot of couples who do them shows and stuff, they have issues because of social media. So I just think social media, TV, all that stuff, reality shows, them couples, a lot of them don't even stay together afterwards. It's a very slim few that still be together. But the world is like I say, it's the devil world, devil playground. So you don't supposed to be godly in this world. So you're gonna have all the trials and tribulations and all that stuff because they don't want you to be
holy.
Yeah. You're not supposed to be holy in the devil world because this is the devil world. It don't belong to God. So if he let you do what you want to do, so it's your choice. So if you get married and want to do what you do what you do. But this week gonna talk about podcasts.
We talked about it. Mm-hmm.
The D word.
Divorce.
Diggling. Cause diggling comes with it's a part of the relationship. Anywho, who you gonna give flowers to?
I thought last episode we said we was omitting them.
All right, we just gonna say give her flowers.
Yeah, because we didn't give flowers to 100 people.
Yeah, so
we will be starting all the way over.
Give your flowers. I'm gonna give my flowers to Amazon because they be dropping off stuff. You ain't gotta go to the store.
I want to say this real quick. I want to say that you have to have a standard in your marriage because if not, so many different influences will come into play, and you would think this and you would think that, or he'll think this and he'll think that. And if you don't stand on something, if you stand just on anything and it's not a solid foundation, it will eventually fail. It's I don't know. I just think, and the standard can't be goals of another couple. It can't be a fantasy, and it can't be an idea that you saw on TV. And I'm not even throwing shade. It has to be, because we all different individuals. So for me, the standard would be biblical. It would have to be that, and you would have to have God in the midst of your marriage. Because if not, it's gonna fail. It's too much foolishness and mayhem out here. It's gonna fail. And you get involved in so many different things. You got your girlfriends in your ear. You got your mama in your ear. And I'm not saying, I'm just using an example because her marriage just didn't work. And she was like, girl, because the truth of the matter is, for me, when people call my phone, I don't never give my 2 cents. Because my 2 cents ain't going to change the situation at all. Only I can just tell you what the word of God says about it. Or just be like, I pray for you. You got to pray for it too. If this is what you want to do, you got to pray for it too in order for it to work. Because he gonna still come into the house with an attitude because y'all ain't worked through nothing, or you not hearing him, you not seeing him, or vice versa. Like, I don't know. But there has to be a standard. And it can't just be because we took vows and now we in it and you don't have no cards to play. You just trying to figure it out by yourself. And that's not gonna work. But that's just my 2 cents. But I don't think it's going to work, period. And like he said, it's the devil's playground and you can't have holy and righteousness. It's not the fact that you can't have it. It's just the fact that it's difficult because there's so much going on, so many different vices that you got TV, the radio, tablets, Instagram, Facebook. There's so much going on.
Tubi.
Oh my God, Tubi. And Tubi and the internet, and you got all this different type of stuff, and it's just a lot. But at the end of the day, it can work. Period. That's just my thing. And so flowers would be to love on your spouse. Love. That's what I'm gonna say. Love on your spouse. If you divorced, love yourself. Heal yourself through that, because I'm sure there's some baggage there. I'm sure there's some things that were said there. Hopefully you're not bitter or hold any resentment, and you gotta forgive. Oh my God! First of all, you have to forgive the person that you was. If you divorced, you have to forgive them. You can't hold any resentment or bitterness. And then even in a marriage, because we ain't perfect.
Like, comment,
Progress.
subscribe, or share.
You gotta, and it's all about progress. And so and so you just gotta constantly forgive and just love unconditionally, and you don't count wrongdoings and all of that foolishness and mayhem. And so give your flowers to your spouse. That's what you do.
We want you to like, comment, subscribe, and share. We're gonna talk about a podcast.
Okay then.
With Pastor Cuddles.
LOC. I need to get that on a shirt. Love of, what is it called? Y'all say love over Crips. What is it called? Love of Crips. I'm saying love of Christ. I'm taking that. I'm stealing that. Angie, I need a shirt.
Why is she ever talking gang language?
Because that's what she told me.
I ain't said nothing. Don't put me in there.
I wouldn't even know that if we went
I don't know you anything like that. I ain't talking that stuff, dog.
You
She making stuff up.
Own it.
She making stuff up.
Kind of take accountability. If I don't know nothing else in this marriage, you better take accountability, baby.
Let me tell you something.
What?
Give your people their flowers.
That's what he said.
We never know the time, the day, the month, the year that the person will not be here no more. So as long as you can talk to that person, touch that person,
That's
love
right.
that person,
Love them, love them.
And because one day you're not gonna have them again. You're not gonna have them to love. But you know what I'm saying. So this week we're gonna talk about a podcast, episode number 69. Go watch the other episode 1 through 68.
Jeez.
Go listen to the new single that's out, My Ghetto Story.
It's my ghetto story.
And I was just contemplating. I said I'm gonna have a little month off, so don't hold me to it. But I said I'm gonna write a book called My Ghetto Story. Don't hold me to it though.
Capital caps.
To go, and that's gonna be the soundtrack to the book. So if
you
you go listen to the song, that's gonna be the soundtrack to the book. So, but it's like something like Found My Claire anyway. But anywho,
I'm gonna have to listen to the song. You said it's like Find My Clay. So when did you go with the book that you already wrote? Anyway.
all right. Make sure you give your flowers.
Give your flowers.
And we're gonna see you at the end of the road.
Not like Boys to Men, no.
We're like a
I'm just kidding. Go ahead on, baby.
like construction site. That means you have to stop.
Oh, okay.
Because construction is there.